Hey guys, it's Annie, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a very special one as it is my 2021 bullet journal setup. So I am starting a new bullet journal for the new year 2021, and I'm really excited to show you guys how I set it up. So let's get right on with the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more art and bullet journal content from me, and let's get right on with it. So the first thing I do when I start a new bullet journal is write my name at the front, and this year's bullet journal is my first Archer and Olive bullet journal, and I am in love with it, and I love the colour and the design on the front and everything about it. And yeah, so the first thing I did was write my name in like a calligraphic font, and the first spread I'm going to do is a key. So I just wrote key like a big title at the top, and then I just did like a key, and I mainly would use these like little icons when I'm doing my weekly spreads, so that's where I'd use them. And the main ones I have are task, task completed, task in progress, task migrated, task forwarded, task cancelled, event, YouTube video, Instagram post, note, and reminder. So those are the main ones I would use on a like day-to-day basis in my weekly spreads. So now for my cover page, and I think this is definitely one of my favourite ones I've ever done, and I am doing the foil balloons that you've probably seen me draw in another one of my videos where I drew them, and I just did those balloons in 2021. So I sketched out like the outline of where I wanted them to go, and then I got a reference on my laptop and just started drawing them, adding the highlights and the darker areas and the shadows. And yeah, I just really love drawing these, so I kind of sped this up quite a bit as this did take a while to draw. That's why it's like in time lapse. So otherwise this video will be really long, so yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, I do have a video on my channel where I draw these foil balloons. I drew similar ones a few months ago, so I will definitely link that in the card and down below for you to check out. So once I finished drawing the balloons, I did a quote on the left page which says, "New year, new feels, new chances, same dreams and fresh start," which I think is very fitting for the new year and is just a great way to reset and restart for 2021, as I'm pretty sure we all need it at this time right now. So the next spread I'm drawing is an index, and last year I didn't have to draw an index as my bullet journal in the second half of 2020, which I did film, which is, I'll link in the card down below as I said earlier, and it already had a contents or index page depending on what you want to call it, so I didn't have to draw one out, but this time I did, and I don't mind doing it as I do kind of prefer it because I can choose the layout and how I want it to look. And I did a very simple and minimal spread, which is very easy for me to fill in when I set up a new spread at my bullet journal. So now is one of the most traditional bullet journal spreads, which Ryder Carroll did when he first set up the bullet journal, which is a future log. This is basically a yearly log where I can look at my year at a glance and put in any upcoming events or dates I have that I can't put in my month, as I haven't maybe necessarily set up that month yet or something like that. But I just did, this is a very interesting one and more elaborate one than I have ever done. And I did sort of a Dutch door design. So I cut like a double Dutch door because I cut 2 pages down the side so I could fit all 12 months in. And I did future and log like on the first and last page so I can kind of see it wherever I flip the pages, if that makes sense. So I just did a mini calendar at the top for each month. And then underneath each month I did a, like, I'm not going to explain this, but like a kind of calendar going downwards. So then I, like, with depending on the amount of days there are, and I highlighted the weekends and drew a line with my grey mild liner where the week ends. And I did really like how this turns out, and I know most of these spreads seem super like boring and stuff, but that's because I'm not going to add too much colour, because when I probably will fill these in, this, especially the future log, I will probably use colour to show the days and the events. And yeah, I just really love how this spread turned out, and it's one of the more elaborate spreads in this setup. So now I'm moving on to a sort of goal tracking spread where I will write out 21 goals for 2021. This spread is super simple and easy to use, so I just wrote out the title and then 21 numbers down the side and then the middle. And yeah, I will write down 21 goals I'd like to achieve by 2021, and I will come back to look at it after the year's done and see how the year went. So the next spread I'm doing is a 2021 in pixel spread, which is kind of like a year-long mood tracker, I guess. You could think of it that way. And I've never done one of these spreads before, but I thought it would be really cool to look at how my mood was over the whole of the year. So I just did a sort of calendar with the months at the top and then the numbers down the side, and I did a key as well. And I'm going to use, to colour it in, I'm going to use my Mildliners, as I really love the colours. They're so bright and they will stand out, so I can very easily see how my mood was in that year. And obviously not all the months have 31 days, so I had to like kind of shade them out so I know not to fill them in. So the next spread is another first one for me, as I haven't done this spread before, but it is a themes of 2021. So I drew out 12 boxes. I didn't do them in sort of like grid design. I kind of made them look irregular to make it look more scrapbooky and interesting. So I did 12 boxes, and so each month I will go in and do a little doodle and write the month, just so I kind of can see what that theme was, and if I want to look for any inspiration, I can come back to the spread and look back at what themes I did this year. And then in the background I did these lines to make it look kind of like it was on my pinboard, and then with my grey Mildliner once again I went in and drew lines looking like, to make it look like they were sticking on to the board with washi tape. And I really like how this spread turned out. It looks very cute and very simple to make, but I think it does look very effective in the end. So now one of my favourite spreads in this setup, which is my books of 2021 setup. And I did a very similar spread last year, and I loved it and I used it so much, as I do love reading books a lot. So I did, at the top I kind of just did like a bar at the top of each page saying title, date and rating out of 10, so I can have a look at a glance of all of the books I read in 2021, and hopefully I will be able to fill up that spread as much as possible, as I would like to start reading more books. So now the last but not least spreads, which are my YouTube and Instagram growth spreads. And as this is my first time making these spreads, as I only started using social media this year, so yeah. And I would just like to be able to track my growth and see how well I'm doing and what I can change just to improve my content for you guys. So in the middle, I did a like milestones thing, so I can track like when I get, say, 100 subscribers or 150. So I did them in the middle just because I tried to make this spread symmetrical to make it look nice. So, and then in the top left of my YouTube page, I did a graph. So each month I can go in and do a dot, the amount of subscribers I've got, and I can see how I'm doing. And then under that I did a monthly thing, so each month I can go and write the amount of subscribers I've got in the box. And at the bottom, just to fill the space, I did a YouTube icon, just, yeah, using my grey Mildliner once again. It's definitely got a lot of use, this video. And yeah, and then I did the same on my Instagram growth spread. I just did it like on the opposite side to make it kind of symmetrical, as I said. So I don't know how to explain that, but I think you kind of get the gist. So that is it for this setup. I really hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to like, subscribe to my channel for more bullet journal content, and hit the notification bell. And now let's get right on to the final flip through, and I will see you next time, guys.